Hey everyone, this is Simran from Create Your Future. I am a law of assumption coach, a mindset and success coach, and an EFT practitioner. And I also come with background in psychology. Before we dive into the video for this week, I want to remind you that we're giving away a free course. It's called How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. I urge you to check it out because it's an amazing course. It will help you in building a strong mental diet and help you in becoming aware of your blocks and how do we get rid of them. Okay, so the links for that are going to be in the description of this video. And I also have a sale going on right now, 50% off on all sessions with me, whether you want to book with me for an hour or for 30 minutes. Again, the link for that is going to be in the description of this video. If you have any problems booking with me, if you can't find any slot or opening, a time that suits you, please send us an email and reception will help you book with me. Okay, so let's dive into the video for this week. Today, I want to talk about a very, I would say, important and especially very common question that comes up. You can say it's a topic that keeps coming up, that even in one-on-one sessions with clients, they always end up coming and telling that, you know what, no matter what I'm trying to manifest. Now, it could be a specific person for you. It could be a job. It could be matters related to money. It could be your health. Anything that we're trying to manifest. You have observed that there seems to be a pattern going on here. Say in terms of love, say in terms of NSP. So you've been dating all your life. Say, for example, you've dated, say, 4 people, 5 people till now. The beginning is great, but say 2 months down the line, 3 months down the line, it always ends up in a similar fashion. Okay, initially they want to be with you, they are super committed to you, devoted to you, they want to marry you, they want to have kids with you, all the good stuff, right? But 2 months down the line, 3 months down the line, suddenly the same SP, the same person starts saying that, you know what, maybe I'm not right for you, or maybe you're not the right one for me. I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want to get married. I do not want to have kids with you. They might also be throwing very generalized statements like, you know what, no, I don't want to be married again ever in my life. I don't want to have kids ever. And like, too good for me. And maybe, you should go find somebody else. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And this is not like you're dating the same person. You might have dated people with totally different backgrounds. Okay. But still, the story remains the same. The film, how it plays out, still remains the same. So, yes, the face of the SP keeps changing, but their behavior, how they treat you in the relationship, what role are they playing, how, what kind of stuff they say, what actions do they put in, or what actions they are not putting in for you, they remain the same, or say almost the same. Okay, so now you want to know that, you know what, this is a pattern for me. And clearly, it's not something to do with the specific person out there, because the common denominator here is you. Okay, so what do we do in this case? Say, for example, for the sake of this video, your SP is somebody who says, you know what, I am afraid of commitment. Or you can say, you're labeling him as somebody who is very avoidant. Like whenever you have a disagreement, an argument, he starts avoiding you. Then you have silent treatments going on. They see your message, but they never reply. So all, things of this sort start happening for you. And it's not just with one person, it's been a pattern, like clearly a pattern. So why does this happen? And how do we stop it? Step number 1, identifying. Identifying that, you know what, yes, this is a pattern that I have and I want to change it. Okay, that is step number 1, acknowledging. Step number 2, honestly sitting with yourself and checking, what am I doing? That I always receive this on the outside with respect to my romantic relationships. If it's the case with you with respect to SPs, what is it that I keep doing? What am I doing right when the relationship starts? Then what do I do in those 2 3 months following when you're together, so that it starts to fall apart? Now I'm sure you've never sat with like 1 hour 2 hours of your day every single day doing techniques to make it fall apart. Okay, you were just being a normal person like you were in the beginning, going about your day, spending time together, doing life basically. Okay, but something, whether you're aware of it or you need to check with yourself, that you are doing something unconsciously, that it's a tape going on here that plays out, and that's what you end up receiving on the outside. Now, in this case of an SP who initially wanted to be with you, wanted commitment and everything good in the world. Now, if he's suddenly coming up to you and saying that, you know what, no, I don't want a commitment with you anymore, or even saying, I don't want to be committed to anyone. Okay, so why does he end up saying it? The problem here is not the SP. You need to check, pause, and check. Are you trying to suck the life out of your SP? As part during the relationship, do you start feeding off their energy unconsciously? Okay, nobody sits and does this very consciously, but you have a pattern, and this is how it plays out. Are you trying? It's like vampires drink blood. So are you trying to suck energy and love out of them like that? So, which is why they're feeling trapped and they want to get away from. Okay, because they do not want to lose their freedom. Initially, when they came in, you were all about yourself, enjoying life, doing things you loved. But 2 to 3 months down the line, you lost yourself in the relationship. You tend to focus, like your entire focus is keeping a tab on what is the SP doing? How much time did they take to reply to my messages? How many times did they call me throughout the day? Are you keeping scores like that? Are you keeping a tab on these things? How many times are we meeting this week? How many weekends have you planned for us? Are you asking those questions, those kind of questions? Okay, so it's like an unconscious behavior that just kicks in. And maybe you're not even aware that, what, I do these things. But now, since you're watching this video, you can check for yourself that, do I behave like this? Because it's okay if you do. Now we realize that, now we accept it, that, what, okay, this is why things go wrong for me. This is why all my relationships go south. And I need to change it, of course. It's not healthy. And it's just a role that you end up playing. It's like a tape that sets you and it's automatically in play. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with the SP or wrong per se with you. It's just the story, the identity you have about yourself in romantic relationships. Initially, I'm good, I'm focused on myself, I have a life to enjoy, I take care of my work, I spend time with my family, with my friends, and I have some me time as well. But once my partner is in, I put everything else on pause. My entire focus is just on the SP. Okay, where are we going with this? How are we going on dates? How often are you coming to pick me up? Like things of that sort. Who are you talking to? Do you start behaving like that? Because then the other person feels trapped, and you know what? They push you away. So when you do start asking those questions, when you start observing these things, you do tend to see that, what, yes, he's taking more time than he usually does to reply to my messages. Okay, we're not talking as much as we used to on the calls. He's not, he's acting very distant. He's acting very avoidant. Okay, because you have focused on any one of these things that he's done. and focused on it so much so that it started to play out more in your reality. You've started taking and giving it meanings that, you know what, he's rejecting you in some way. You are afraid of losing it, of losing the relationship. And that's how, out of fear, out of anxiety, that's how you start acting. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do here? Step back. Okay, take a step back. This moment here is not to be focused on the SP. This is your moment to take all the focus off the SP and put it back on you. Put yourself back on the pedestal where you were always supposed to be. And you were there initially, before the SP came in. Okay, so you put yourself out there again. Okay, and go back to remembering who you are. I am the creator. I am a conscious creator of my life. My thoughts create. That is my real truth. Like, I was sleeping before, but now I have woken up to this knowledge. I have woken up to my real truth. Okay, and I cannot tell you how important and how attractive this makes you. When you like it's like you have your a foot on the pedal and you're like pushing. But the moment you take your foot off the pedal, you release the pressure. The resistance starts to leave. And it makes you look so much more attractive, so much more magnetic. Okay, and you don't have to be like seen by your SP for him to feel you that, you know what, something's different about her now. No. Your energy is always felt. Because, like, I have some clients come up to me in session that tell me, you know what, Simran, I'm not on social media. How will my SP know that, you know what, I'm working on myself now, I've changed, I will not be doing this behavior going forward. It's okay. You don't have to be on social media for that to happen. Okay, your SP feels you all the time. Okay, so your focus should be, how do I fill in my own cup? How do I go back to the realization that, you know what, I am the center of my world because I am the common denominator. My thoughts create my reality. Okay, and I want to share a quote by Neville here with you. Okay, so he says, your world is your consciousness objectified. Waste no time to change the outside. Change the within, your subconscious impression, and the without will take care of itself. Okay, so what does he mean when he says this? When he says this, like we keep saying, as within, so without. So your 3D, whatever pattern you experience out here, is your consciousness objectified on the screen of life, on this screen of space, your 3D. Okay, so like everyone and everything is you pushed out. So you call all the shots. The problem is not in the SP. The problem is not even in you. The problem is what beliefs, what stories, what assumptions do you have about yourself? That, you know what, initially this is who I am as a girlfriend, then this is what I get, and this is then how I start behaving, and that's how my relationships play out. Okay, so you got to sit with yourself and check. Or I can help you, with one-on-one sessions. What beliefs do you hold about men? If you're dating men in general, what beliefs do you hold about men you've dated in the past? Are you carrying any of those beliefs even today? What beliefs do you hold about men from from your childhood that you carry into this adulthood? What beliefs and assumptions do you hold about yourself? Any fears that you have. Do you have a fear of not being treated well? Do you have the fear of being controlled by your partner in romantic relationships? Okay, because there are two cases here. Now, either you could be the one trying to control the SP, okay, trying to keep a tab on each move they make and things they are doing and things they're not doing. But case number 2 is also that you might be on the receiving end of this. So your SP, whoever this person is, no matter which person you date, they always end up being the one keeping a tab on you. Okay, they want to control you, and you end up feeling trapped, which is why you end up, pushing them away. Even though you've loved them, you do love them, but it makes you feel suffocated and you want to get away from them. Okay, and this is a pattern for you. Okay, so whichever case it is for you, case number 1, case number 2, check your beliefs, check your assumptions. What identity do you have about yourself when it comes to love, when it comes to romantic relationships, when it comes to men, if you're dating men, women, if you're dating women? Okay, so that is all there is to this. Do not take it to heart. Okay, break free from the emotional response that you have been having, in fact, I would say, to these situations. Because now you realize that, you know what, okay, this is a pattern that I have and I need to change it. So I will stop reinfecting myself with the same situations again and again and again. Even if I see it playing outside for me right now in my 3D, it's okay. I will just look at it as an observer and not react to it, because I've done enough reacting. And I will put that time, that energy, that focus into my new story, back onto myself, back onto putting myself on the pedestal. Okay, filling my own cup. Looking at life, looking at myself from the reality of who really I am, as the creator, not as a reactor, not as a victim. Okay, from a place of faith in the unseen, faith in my own power to create, to experience the best love in the world, to experience the safest love in the world. Okay, so even if you've had a pattern like this, you can most definitely, of course, you can change it. Okay, and if you've had this pattern for, say, like 4 years, 5 years, it doesn't have to take you, the similar amount of time to change it going forward. Even if you identify, as somebody who has had these patterns and you're watching this video now, if you decide to change it right now, that's great. You can change it right now. Okay, it does not have to take you, like, say, 4 years and 5 years to, work on yourself and then, break this pattern for good and then start experiencing your desired relationship or love the way you want to. Okay, you can start now. Okay, sit with yourself, or I can help you in one-on-one sessions. Look at your self-concept. Look at your self-concept as a girlfriend. Look at your self-concept as a boyfriend. What beliefs, assumptions, stories do you have about men, women, whichever gender you're dating? Okay, and check what is it that keeps playing out, which is why I end up experiencing the same kind of reality in relationships, no matter which person I'm dating. It always goes south this way. That is what we need to change. That is what we need to tweak. Okay, so work on that, and thank you for watching. I intend this video helps you. If you need my help in identifying these beliefs, assumptions, stories for you, I will be very happy to do so. You can absolutely book one-on-one sessions with me, or just do it on your own if that's what you like. Okay, so I intend this video helps you and it gives you relief and it gives you power. Okay, I want you to feel empowered that I can absolutely change this and break this pattern for myself. Okay, I don't have to continue living off this pattern. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video, for all the love, for all the likes, for all the shares I've received on my previous videos. Thank you so much. I intend this one resonates with you as well. You find it useful and it gives you some relief. Okay, and I'll see you in the next one.